I came here half-hearted. Something on the boat changed how I think. I couldn't enjoy a single view all day. The most vivid moment wasn't the scenery. At the end, I understood something. Kollam was the last stop in Kerala, and I came here half-hearted. So much going on in my head, things I couldn't say out loud, things I didn't have answers to yet. But somewhere in me, I knew, just go. Get the most out of this. This trip might give you something you didn't know you needed. And it did. Both days, in ways I wasn't prepared for. Let me show you. Day 1, Munro Island. 1800, 3-hour boat ride. If you ever need to just get your head out, this is the place. Evening is the best time, 3 to 4 pm. Trust me on this. And I want to tell you what happened on that boat because it's not what I expected. The water is green, not the sea blue, not the river grey. This quiet, deep, still green, narrow canals, trees almost touching above you. And I sat there with so much in my head, a lot going on, things I was carrying, and I looked at the lake and I had this thought. I wish I could be the lake, flow with everything, all the weight, all the struggle, and still be warm, still be welcoming, still be full, still have boundaries. The lake doesn't stop being a lake because the water gets rough. It just flows. And I thought, if you will, you can. It's just your own thoughts interrupting you. Once you become so sure of yourself, once you know what you are, who is there to restrict you? Nature doesn't go anywhere. You can go anywhere and take care of yourself too. The boat showed me that in 3 hours without saying a single word. Best thing we did in Kerala. Day 2 was completely different kind of day. Last day in Kerala, we had a plan. My body had a different one. Viewpoint, then Malla Dam, Rosemala, clean, beautiful, sorted. After everything Kerala taught me, I thought I had Kerala figured out. Show up, feel things, go further. Simple. My body had not been consulted on this plan. From the moment we left the hotel, I had the urgency to pee, genuinely urgent. That was day 2 thing. Let me explain. We had 4 stops, one problem following me through all of them, and somewhere between the dam and the end of the day, something happened at Rosemala. I wasn't prepared for, but first, the suffering. First stop, viewpoint. This was unexpected, but Kerala doing everything right below us. Hills, green, all of it, the water flowing. I know because I have seen the photos since. In the moment, no washroom here. I stood where everyone stands for photos, looked where everyone looks, felt nothing. My body was having a completely different conversation. From the scenery, we moved on. On the road, we got sugarcane juice from the roadside stall, 30 rupees, fresh, cold. So, then Malla Dam, beautiful. I know. In the moment, I told I needed to pee, and we were desperately finding a place. Asked someone, they pointed, went there, nothing. Asked again, different direction, still nothing. And we just had chips, biscuit, and no restaurants anywhere on the road. Hungry, urgent, 2 hours of this, and Kerala just kept being gorgeous. Completely unbothered, very Kerala of it. Forest Department office. Near the road, they had a washroom, finally. And I'll just say it, most vivid moment of Kollam trip. Not Munro Island, not Rosemala, that washroom. After 2 hours, finally free. And immediately, I could actually be where I was. Trees looked green, air had a smell. I was finally actually in Kerala. And this is something small, but I keep thinking about it. The most beautiful things I saw that day wasn't trying to see them, not performing it, not photographing it, just actually looking because my body was too busy to do something else. Maybe that's the most honest way to see a place. Just show up. Even like this, even half hearted, even carry things. Just show up. One more stop, Rosemala. Chips, biscuits, one sugarcane juice. No proper food all day. Exhausted. And I thought about turning back. But we came this far, and if Kayla had been this stubborn after showing me beautiful things throughout all the day, I was going to let it finish. And then the mountain started. We sat down, and I didn't say anything. Just didn't have words. You know how sometimes something is so much that there's nothing to say about it. Everything going on in your head. The best thing is just to be quiet. That was the moment. Mountains everywhere, so surrounded, you forget you're alive. Not in a scary way, just in the way where everything goes quiet. All the chips and urgency and the searching, none of it mattered anymore. And I looked at the water below. There were these small islands, and depending on where the water flows, they come closer to each other or go apart, just moved by what's around them. And I thought, that's kind of like right now. And sometimes you're standing alone, sometimes things come closer, sometimes they go. But the unknown, the water, the flow, whatever is moving things, it supports you more than you expect, more than the people you already know sometimes. Nature is always with you, God is always with you. You just have to keep going 5 minutes further for whatever comes next. I didn't want to live. I never want to live these places. I always want 5 more minutes. The whole rest of my life. More 5 minutes. But that's how you know. It was worth coming. Even half-hearted. Even like this. That night, Kollam City. Finally a restaurant. Parota and chicken, after chips, biscuits, and a forest department office. Greatest meal of the trip, ate in silence. I came to Kollam half-hearted, carrying things I didn't have answers to. Nature doesn't check how you arrived, it just holds you. Some things Kayla just gives you. Subscribe if you want to see where the craving takes me next. Tell me below, what's a place that gave you something you didn't go there looking for? Mine was a boat on a lake in Kollam. What was yours? Come along 5 minutes further. One life, one day.